Create instructors. Creating instructors in PerfectMind is the same process as creating users. Go to More, Employees, and Manage Staff. To create an instructor, click New and enter that instructor's information. We'll start off by selecting the position and indicating that this staff member will be an instructor. This is important in order to be able to attach this particular staff member to a course. If the staff member does not have an instructor position attached, you will not be able to attach them to the course. We'll enter a first name and a last name. You can enter a gender, a birth date. You can also track the employment date and the termination date if you wish. The location is the location where this employee is working at. You can upload a picture, enter contact information, make sure to enter that employee's email address, as this is what will be used as their username for logging into PerfectMind should you give them access to log into the backend. You can also enter a biography for this instructor. If you attach this instructor to a course and choose to have the instructor's information displayed online as part of your widgets, this instructor's biography will be displayed for customers as they look up the course online. This could be handy if you are offering some tennis courses with a pro tennis instructor. You may want to include a biography about this instructor as well as an image to drum up interest. The booking setup has a check mark by default under the Use Service Restrictions. This will mostly be used for appointment bookings. Under the service settings, the following online restrictions are offered. There's the booking starts in a specific number of days, the booking ends in a certain number of days, as well as the display ends in a certain number of days. If the Use Service Restrictions checkbox is checked, the instructor's availability will be the same as that of the service. If you uncheck that, then this staff member will be able to enter their own restrictions, which means that if they are an instructor offering some personal training or some private tennis lessons, they could enter the number of days and hours from today that they become available for booking, the number of days from today that a booking period will end for them, and how many days from today that staff member's schedule will be shown on the online calendar. We'll leave this checked and hit save. Now that the staff member is created, you can enter this particular instructor's schedule and you can enter their custom pay rates. If you click on schedules, you can enter their availability by creating a new either available or unavailable calendar for this instructor. This will be very important if you are creating an appointment booking calendar, which will be used for your private lessons or personal training courses. If this instructor is only going to be offering personal training sessions on Mondays and Wednesdays, you'll want to make sure that the staff schedule reflects that. Monday and Wednesday, this staff member will be available from 6 a.m. until noon on the Monday, and we'll repeat that for the Wednesday. We'll hit save. We'll enter start date and hit save. You can enter pay rates for this instructor. They may have one pay rate or they may have multiple. If you click New next to pay rate, you can determine whether this employee or instructor is paid per class, per number of attendee, if the pay rate is incremental, which means that for multiple block of attendees, they can have a minimum and a maximum amount to pay. You can also enter a percentage if they're commission-based or hourly. Typically, an instructor is paid per class. So as an example, we'll go and configure a per class pay rate. Again, you can create as many pay rates as you want. So an instructor may have one per class label and may have a commission label as well. Enter the label for the specific pay rate. The type will be per class and the staff member is the one we just created. You can check the box if you want this pay rate to be the default rate for this particular instructor. Under detail, we'll enter the rate per class. And if you allow bonuses for this instructor, you can check this box. For instance, you can set a minimum and a maximum pay for how much you want to pay this instructor. If this instructor's rate per class is $25, we'll say her minimum pay will be $25, up to a maximum of $30. The bonus amount is the dollar amount for each attendee that exceeds the value that you'll enter here. In this case, if Joan has a spin class that typically gets 8 participants, we can say that she will get $1 extra on her rate for each attendee over 8, which is the number of attendees that are in the class. This means that if 9 attendees attend, she will now be paid at $26 for this class. Once you're done, you can click Save, and we now have a pay rate for this instructor.